welcome to the Bradford City v Crewe Alexandre match reaction. Let me know your thoughts on the game in the comments down below. I'm here in sunny Tenerife. Let me know what it's like in Bradford. You don't have to. Got a weather app. And judging by the game on iFollow, looked to be quite sunny. But yeah, it probably will be raining a couple of days though. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on the game. It seemed like a pretty boring game. We seemed to be a bit passive. When we did go direct, I think it was a bit thing, we were got a lot of aimless passes, and I think Smallwood in particular today was quite poor compared to how he has been, compared to his high standards. I think he should have been a lot better. He did a load of bad passes. I mean, he rushed on the ball, which somewhat you don't expect from him, and something you don't want from him in midfield. You don't want someone of that quality to be panicking, and he just seemed to get the ball and he just wanted to get rid of it like a hot potato. And yeah, I feel like a lot of our players did that today. There were a couple of players who, did do well, but on the whole, I think a lot of them were quite lazy today. Want pressing. You want pressing in numbers anyway. It might have been a one-man press at times. I don't know if that were instruction from Hughes, or if that's what they just didn't listen to. But yeah, I think we should have been better today. On the ball, yeah, we could have created better chances, and so far this season I think in the final third we've really struggled to carve out good opportunities. I think Chapman's not turned up yet this season. Angol ain't a creative player. He'll hold the ball up and maybe bring others in. I think if you're playing Angol on the wing, you need a good wing back who's going to be brilliant at crosses, bombing up and down, and really good at putting the ball in. And we don't have that with Rydal. I feel like James Meredith would suit Leangol better. I think maybe what Nicky Law did a few years ago, but Angol does it better, where he'd hold the ball up and just pass it to his left back. I feel like that's what Angol needs. But yeah, we were a bit slow and we didn't really know what to do, I felt, because we'd change our plan. We were very mixed. At times we'd go direct towards Andy Cook or towards Verdane Oliver or Howard, and then they wouldn't get on it, or we won't press up the pitch, push up the pitch and give them options. We just didn't seem to have many options today, and yeah, I think we had a lot of the ball, but we didn't do a lot with it, and like I said, a lot of aimless passes. So into the player ratings, I can't give a good detail into it because our stream on iFollow kept cutting off. I think it was something to do with Spain or something. Anyway, Harry Lewis had a good game, made a few good saves. I'll give him a 7. Kept a clean sheet. Critchlow 6. I think he was a bit dodgy at times. Like I've said, he does have a bit of a dodgy streak in him, but he's very good on the ball, and he did seem to have a couple of good tackles, so I can't mark him down. Clean sheet as well. Platt 7. Feel like he's a bit more composed, don't rush into challenges as much, and he seems very good on the ball, and he's quite, I didn't know how small he was until I looked, and he's 6 foot, 5'11", 6'1". I thought he was a bit taller than that looking at him, because he does have quite a presence about him, whereas Critchlow's bigger than him, and he doesn't seem to have that physical presence. I don't know what that reason is. Might be the ponytail or something, but yeah, Platt does seem a bit more dominant. So I'll give him a 7. Brad Halliday 6, Rydal 6. They didn't do much wrong. They could have been better, but I think on the whole they weren't bad. And we didn't really go down the flanks as much, and we didn't use them to their abilities like we should have. So I'll give him a 6. Smallwood 6, but I'm tempted to give him a 5, only because it's Smallwood. I'm not giving him a 5. I think aimless passing, he didn't seem composed on the ball, and there were too many times where he had it and we lost the ball from him. A simple pass to the left back or the right back, would have meant more than trying to do a Hollywood ball out to the winger or the striker. I do feel like he should have just been more composed on the ball, and hopefully we see that next game. But yeah, I do feel like he should have been better from his standards. Ryan East, is it? East. I'll give him a 6. I think he was steady. I think he were, pretty decent on the ball. Has a firm pass, runs around a bit, but he didn't have that cutting edge about him. I think he's just a steady backup player who can come in and do a job. And I think we did miss Gilead and Walker again today, but with the players we've got in, they should be doing more. Your Chapmans, who I'm going to give a 5 to, should be doing a lot better. I think he ain't moving around a lot. He needs to be roaming round the final third, going out on the wings into centre and just causing a bit of havoc for the defenders, and he ain't doing that. And I think, we do miss a bit of a spark in that final third, and that's why we are missing Jamie Walker. And when Young came on, who I'll give a 7 to, he just gave us a bit of something to get off our seats about, even in over here, just gets you off your seat, that bit of pace, bit of excitement with him, a bit of unpredictability as well. Left foot, right foot, take a shot. He seems confident, but I won't start Jake Young because I don't think he's a player who can start a game. I think he's a player who can come off the bench, give a lot of pace, a bit of energy, and he has that unpredictability. Like I said, he can cause defenders a bit of put a bit of pressure back on the defence, and I think he did that well today. And one of a few players who made me feel like they wanted something out of this game. Lee Angol 6, I do like Angol's play, but today it didn't really suit him against Mellor. I think Jake Young's pace suited us much better, and he could be doing better, Lee Angol, but I'll give him a 6. And then Scott Banks, I'm going to give him 8 and man of match, because I think he got given man of match at Valley Parade today. He just seems exciting, wants the ball, drives with the ball well, moves well, and he's always looking to get a shot off or get a crossing. And when you look at Lee Angol, he ain't trying to do that. Chapman ain't really trying to do that. Whereas Banks, he wants the ball and he wants to do something with it. He's positive. And maybe he lacks a bit of strength, but that'll come playing in this division. And he's an exciting player, and I didn't think he'd be this good. But so far, so good with Scott Banks. Andy Cook, 6, didn't do much, pressed a bit, a one-man press, didn't have a lot to do. We should have given him more service, gone down the flanks a bit more. But, I'm sure he'll be back next Saturday, maybe Tuesday night. But yeah, his replacement was Verdane Oliver, who I'm going to give a 6 to. I think I've been a bit harsh on him recently, but let me know what you think for your player ratings. But I think he had an alright game, didn't have much to do. But in the few moments he was on the pitch, he did seem to run around a bit, press a bit, and he held the ball up well. I think with better crosses into a box he would have done more in the final third. And Kane Howard, another substitute for today's game, I'm going to give him a 6 as well. He didn't have alt to do, and could he have caused more? Maybe, but again, the service from the flanks and from the centre weren't good enough today. That's what let us down. And then finally, I don't think there's any more player ratings. Let me know yours in the comments down below. But finally, I'm just going to talk about the booing that I heard at the end of the game. It's August. Why are we booing? It's August the 27th. We've only played 6 games. We've got 8 points. But last season we started really well in August. We're in the top 3, I think. And this season we haven't started as well. But we'll probably have a better season than last. 14th, I think we came. I'm not worried. I think we've got quality players and a fantastic manager. So I don't see why we should be booing. A 0-0 draw against a recently relegated team ain't bad. I think the performance could have been better. But the problem with us is, and I can say it too because I do it, we do worry and we do, put unnecessary pressure on a bit sometimes, and we do need to just relax a bit more and think, it's a draw, and take a bit of a positive outlook on it rather than a negative one, which we seem to do a lot. But yeah, I don't think the booing were necessary today, but we go again Saturday and hopefully we get 3 points. If we go and get 3 points next Saturday, I forgot who we're playing, but then we're on 11 points and it's good again. But one beaten at home and it's still early on, so hopefully we can pick up with a win next game. Let me know your thoughts on the match. Have a good one.